Hi everyone, this is Kristen, or Corey Starfire. I was tagged in this cosplay meme kind of as just a member of Animosity. So no specific person actually tagged me, but I have felt like doing this. So here we go. First rule of this cosplay meme is that you have to wear the wig and the makeup of your most recent character. My most recent character would be Sailor Venus, however I hate the old wig for it so much that I got a new wig for it. The second rule of this cosplay meme is to answer the 10 questions that we'll go through, and then the third rule is to tag 3 or 4 cosplayers. So let's get started. Question 1! What got you into cosplay? The first thing that got me into cosplay would be reading Tokyo Pop when it was a magazine and its first year anniversary, and I saw photos of cosplayers, and at the age of 11 I didn't really understand what I was looking at. Then I kept having my mom make me Halloween costumes of Sailor Scouts, and then I tried to have a Tomoyo costume in high school, and then I got to college and I met Animosity, and I just haven't stopped since then because they are total enablers. Good job, guys. But I have fun with them. It's pretty wonderful. Question 2. How long have you been cosplaying? Not counting Halloween, I want to say that I started cosplaying when I got to college. My first convention was Youmacon 2005, so that's when I marked the date of when I started cosplaying, because that's when I wore my Tomoyo costume. Question 3. How many cosplays have you done? Cosplay.com says that I've done 20 costumes. I haven't made all of them, but that's in like question 4. And so it says that, you know, I've modeled 20 costumes. Some of them were different versions of the same costume, so I want to say 19. So 19 costumes. And now it's time for a photo montage. Yay!
뭔진 몰라도 일단 뛰어봐. It's my birthday, 혼자만의 birthday. 두근대는 난 확 달라질 거야. 넌 모르겠지만 나 다시 태어나 너에게로 갈 거야.
Question 4. How do you get your cosplays? The first set of cosplays, like, I don't know, the first 10 to 15 were mostly made by my good friend Goldenrod Fairy, or Amanda. And then once she graduated college, I no longer had her there to make costumes for me, so I had to learn how to make costumes. So that's kind of why my skill level doesn't really seem to be going up on my costume list, because I technically had to start over. So I have friends help me out, but mostly I make my own costumes. I've tried commissioners, but it always kind of falls through. I don't trust people anymore. Several commissioners have kind of been rude or boned me over before, so I won't commission anymore. Sorry, I know there's probably some good commissioners out there, but too bad, you're not getting my business. Question 5. What was your first cosplay? Technically, my first cosplay was Tomoyo, but I only wore it and it was a recycled Halloween costume. So the first costume that was meant for cosplay I consider to be Starfire. It was the first one that I felt really good in and wasn't ashamed to wear. So Starfire is my first cosplay. Question 6. What is your favorite cosplay? I don't have a favorite at the moment. I used to. Starfire used to be my favorite. Then I retired it because it was full of chafing and maintenance. And then Dead Haku was my favorite, but then it was made of sweaty and goop. Lots of blood. So I don't have a favorite at the moment, but I hope Sailor Venus turns into my favorite just because I'm kind of an attention whore and Sailor Venus gets a lot of attention. So yeah. Question 7. What is your favorite thing about cosplay? I would have to say my favorite thing about cosplay is the challenge that it presents to make something that shouldn't be able to be made, and then also the friends that I've made through this hobby. So they are the greatest friends that I've ever met. We all share similar interests, and it's always changing, it's always evolving, there's always something new to make, and there's always some way that something's going to rack our brain about it. So the friends and the community that I've made with my cosplay friends definitely has impacted my life a lot, and that I think is my favorite thing. Question 8. Do you have any cosplay pet peeves? Yes, I do. I want to say my two biggest pet peeves are makeup and shoes. Mainly just because a lot of people think they can't get away with wearing makeup when it can only enhance your face, especially eyeliner. A lot of people look like they have really tiny eyes in costume when they, don't have eyeliner on. And most anime characters have really big eyes, so I am a fan of the eye makeup and the mascara and then the zit hiding makeup. Like, I think everyone needs to wear makeup. And then when novice cosplayers wear tennis shoes, of course unless they're wearing fits of tennis, but tennis shoes are a huge pet peeve. Wear the proper shoes. I mean, you would not wear tennis shoes to your senior prom, so don't wear tennis shoes with the costume that you worked really hard on. Simple logic. Question 9. What's your most recent cosplay? We answered that, but once again, Sailor Venus. Youmacon, there will be a brand new Sailor Venus costume because there were issues with the old costume. So it's going to be brand new wig, brand new everything except for the fabric, basically. And then Princess Venus. So there's going to be a lot of Venus going around. Get your mind out of the gutter. So, recent cosplay. And lastly is number 10. It's not a question, it's just to tag people. So, most of my cosplay friends have been tagged, but if not, then I'm tagging Miss Emily, Diane, Miri, and then the last tag is you. If you're watching, it's you.